Good evening. Before I actually get into start talking about my product, let me start by giving you a sense of context. Let's talk about transportation. Now, as you all know, there are three main ways we move around, right? We have public transportation, we have automobiles, and we have motorcycles. Now, as some of you might already know, public transportation is a very safe way to move around. You are traveling a lot higher than the majority, and it's a very safe way to move around. And automobiles are getting safer and safer on a daily basis. They have airbags, collision prevention systems. They are really high tech, and they are very safe and convenient ways to move around. However, motorcycles kind of remain stuck back in 90s. They are not really high tech, and you remain incredibly vulnerable on the road. And as statistics speak, motorcycles definitely represent a very high number of accidents and fatalities. So, in order to tackle these issues and in order to solve this problem, I came up with the product iHelmet, and in a sentence, it's a system that provides situational awareness to motorcyclists, or in other words, it's a system that is designed to provide the convenience and safety you find on an automobile to a typical motorcycle rider. It's an embedded system. You have a special helmet which is paired to an app via Bluetooth. I use Bluetooth wireless technology to communicate back and forth. On the top is how we should mount the mobile phone on your bike. It uses a special stand, or you can buy it from a third-party vendor, and you should mount the mobile phone on the bike, or you can even keep it in your pocket. That will be fine, because the what you see on the bottom is the actual prototype, and it has LED indicators built inside. So even if you are not looking at the phone, if you have a warning or something, then it can indicate you. Talking about features, well, it has a lot. Unfortunately, I don't have enough time to go through all these things. So let me give you an idea at a very higher level. For an example, it has SOS alerts. In case you face an accident, it can automatically send messages to predefined numbers containing details about your crash location, crash speed, and everything. Uh, uh, this is the basic application. At the top level, you can pick which features you want. It has a lot, but you can pick which features you want. And at the bottom part is the settings panel. You can customize all the features as you prefer, and you can give the contact number details to be sent information. And on the last part is the summary of all the sensor readings and everything. You don't actually have to read these things, but in case you need it, it's there. If it is distracting, then you can just press the info button and it will disappear. This is the speedometer. The speed you are traveling, it actually doesn't use any special sensors. It uses the GPS coordinates to calculate your speed in real time. Then this is the blind spot assist feature. The international standard is the vehicle following you needs to maintain a 2 seconds clearance with you. So as your speed is increasing, the distance you have to maintain increases. So if since the application knows your current speed, and it has built-in sensor to measure the speed to the vehicle following you, so if the vehicle behind you is not maintaining the adequate safe distance, then it can alert you, and also an indicator at the top of the helmet comes on to indicate the driver behind you to show that there's a cycle in front of you. At a very high level, those are the features, and yeah, if you have any questions, then I'll be happy to answer. Sorry?
Like the voice-based mechanism. Voice-based.
No, not voice based.
Then, how
Uh,
would I come to know? I mean, like for example, somebody speeding up behind me. How would I come to know?
no, inside the helmet you actually have LED indicators. So
So inside the helmet, so
yeah,
I would get distracted. I mean, what would I see? I see the indicators, or I see the.
no, even if you're not looking at the display, while you're just traveling inside the helmet, there are indicators, and they actually blink in case you have a warning. And depending on the blinking pattern, you can know which warning you have. For an example, if it
There
is
is no voice indication.
no voice indication, no, because I found voice as a distraction, and this case the LED only comes on in case you have a warning.
And what would it flash? Flash the distance between the.
Sorry?
What would it indicate?
Yeah, if it is flashing, then that means the vehicle behind you is getting too close. If it stays on, that means it's a speed alert. You can actually set a maximum speed limit, and in case you exceed that speed limit, if it stays on, that means you are driving too fast. Actually, this is right now at a pilot project. I have people testing this thing. I got a lot of feedback. So actually, I removed a lot of features, added a lot of features. It went through so many refinements, and after a lot of testing, the project is sitting there right now. Sorry?
False negative something. False positives. False indication.
Yeah, that's why it went through so many refinements to avoid false signals and that. Right now it's very accurate and
Deploying on road.
yeah, that's why
Lot
it had to be tested really thoroughly, and that's why this is the ones I demonstrated are really thoroughly tested and properly working. They don't give false alert. Right now, I actually deployed only five products for as the pilot project, and now I'm talking with a company. They are happy to provide funding to take it to the next level. Yeah. Production actually the helmet, everything included, will cost you $100, but the app is designed in a way that without any hardware at all, if you just install the app itself is capable of providing 80% of the features. I mean, it will not be able to measure the distance to the vehicle behind you. So blind spot assist won't be there, and you won't get LED indicators inside the helmet. But 80% of features will still be functional. High speed alerts, those features will still work. Yeah, it's actually it's a separate device. You have to attach it to the helmet. So there are no circuits built inside the helmet. It's a separate device. Like I think I had a picture in the slides. Yeah, that behind the helmet actually is the electronic device. I have a sample at the demonstration centers. So if you come there, I'll be happy to show you.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Like, see, in India at least, like compliance to even wear a simple helmet is very low. Right. So your basic assumption is that everybody by default wears a helmet. I am getting where you're coming from. You're trying to kind of copy the heads-up display on an aircraft, like which moves along with the pilot's eye.
Actually,
Right.
there's no
But there the
display.
cockpit is compulsory. Here, even after so many regulations, fines, at least in India, people kind of feel it infra-dig to wear a helmet and go out. I'm not sure how it works in Sri Lanka.
If I may just interrupt there, the rule is there, and if you live in Delhi, sir, without a helmet, you can't travel more than 300 meters before getting caught by a cop. So I don't think that the question is valid that what if people are not wearing it? The a priori assumption here is that if you are driving a motorcycle, you are wearing a helmet. And what I liked about this project, I was of the grand jury, was that we have a product innovation here. Everybody makes software, India, as you say, and other countries. They are all very good at making software innovations. There's this chap, this gentleman here, who has actually made a hardware innovation. So I found that quite interesting.
Yeah, actually, there's a full. Yeah.
There were many more enthusiasts.
You are taking very simple cases that you are riding bike, okay, and behind one car is there. But in the real situation on park, suppose behind there are 4-5 cars.
No, it's measuring distance to the closest obstacle. So it will be considering the closest vehicle.
It may be more than one.
No, actually, it's measuring your blind.
Same radial distance. There may be multiple number of cars.
Yeah, it's measuring distance to the closest vehicle. So it doesn't matter if there are many cars. The car that is most probably likely to crash with you is the one the system is considering.
All right, Mr. Ganindu, thanks a lot. We need to close the session, but I think Archana just mentioned when there is a lot of debate about something, people are liking it and they want it to get better. So I believe you have answers to all of it, and I think if you want to actually wear the helmet and see, and if you want to take a ride in your bike, I think you're most welcome. I think thanks a lot. I believe you're from Sri Lanka?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot for
And,
coming over.
Just
Yeah.
search iHelmet in YouTube and you'll see a full video. I don't have time to play it right now. Thank you.